Coach. How are you doing?
I'm good. How y'all? You good?
It's cold over here, though.
Yeah, it's cold. I mean, it was good to have the bye week. Got some things done for us recruiting. Guys got rest, get to go home, see family. That's always a plus. But we was able to get about 3 good days of work out there on the football field, get ahead and some game planning for Southern this week. Get a chance to blink, a good South Carolina State team too. So it's going to be a fast, 13 days here, coming up 12 days actually. So, but always good when you can get home, eat a little turkey, enjoy the holidays. But we're right where we want to be as a program. We talked about getting ready in the offseason, playing in December. And this is our opportunity to get ready for postseason play. So we're looking forward to hosting a SWAC championship this weekend.
Coach, you say, it's hard to beat teams twice. And considering how Southern has improved over the season, what are you looking at when you see that team?
They were figuring some things out. Same with us. They're on their third quarterback. Didn't know if they wanted to be a running team or a passing team when we first played them. So, you do see improvements. And, a team that won the West, a lot of good football been played over there. So, they're right where they want to be. T. Graves is a great friend of mine, their head football coach. They got some great players there. But I'm going to say this, too, we're not the same. We're not the same going into this game. We're a little different, too. We were still trying to figure some things out in that game. Irv Mulligan, that was his first game back, I believe, and he's made huge strides. Jacobian Morgan came in off the bench in that game, and he's been our starter, going forward after that football game. So it's going to be a great football game. You can't put the rivalry past, but you have to throw all that out. It's postseason football, so we got to go out here and figure out a way to win this football game.
Coach, you talked about the quarterback situation. Obviously, over the last several weeks, you've seen their offensive line get more continuity because they've been able to run the ball a little bit more. What do you see the most when you look at a running back from Southern like Kendrick Grimes?
He's a slippery guy, if that makes sense. He does a good job of, trusting his coaching and staying, if it's an A-gap type call or a B-gap type call, he's going to be there. And that's what I told the defense talking to them on yesterday. We got to be gap sound. If we're responsible for an A-gap fit or a B-gap fit, we got to be there because this guy, if he's able to get to the second level, he can finish runs. He's had a great second half of the season. He's been good for him. They've really figured some things out up front on the O-line. They've, toggled a lot of guys around there, but they're playing good physical football right now.
Now, Coach, you guys coming off that break, nice Thanksgiving break, how do you just keep that momentum going and pick up right where you guys left off?
They understand, where we want to be and what we're trying to get done out of this season. But, I told them, after the break, we got to lock back in. It's time to get back to work. It's a lot of teams that's coming off the break that are done, and, we're hanging up, turning in pads and stuff like that. But we're one of the few that are still playing football. So as long as we have that opportunity, we got to finish this deal out. But they get it, and they understand that these coaches, everybody in the building understand what we're trying to get done.
Speaking of being different, obviously we've seen the SWAC championship here before, third time in 4 years, but how do you feel like the team's different now after, almost 2 full seasons with you kind of guiding it and recruits and things like that, than it was the last time we saw a SWAC championship here at the Vet?
The years, that's 21, 22. I think this is 24. 2 totally different teams, different coaches, different players, different cultures. So, we got to take care of 24. We did it in 21, we did it in 22. Wanted to get back in 23, so now we just got to take care of the things that we can take care of in 24 and go out here and play our best football and not try to find ways to beat ourselves.
Are there any ways that you feel like, I guess the way that you've seen your team grow under your leadership from when obviously Coach Prime was here, and so it's obviously a different team, but are there any qualities that you see that are different even though the situation is the same?
Like I said, 2 totally different teams, 2 totally different teams. We had plans in last year of getting here, but we were still building. 7-4 wasn't bad, but now, to be undefeated in conference, and giving yourself an opportunity to play in postseason ball, that's all you can you ask for as a coaching staff and as a football team. So we don't want to take this opportunity lightly. A lot of teams want to be in this position, and we're one of the few teams that are blessed to be able to host a championship game in your home stadium. So we're excited about that whole deal.
Coach, we've talked previously about not finishing 7-4. Obviously, you surpassed all of that. to get Coach of the Year when you found out this morning. How did you feel about that?
You know, everybody in the building been messing with me about that, talking about congratulations. They've been, you know, really picking with me about it. But like I told the coaches this morning, well, since that was announced, I'm nothing without you guys. You know, I didn't win that award alone. You know that's how I was going to answer that too. But I didn't win that award alone. I'm going to tell the players that as well. You know, and we got some players out here that has been doing some great things with the Irv Mulligan, Offensive Player of the Year, Travis Terrell. It's a total team effort. You know, anytime you can be announced Coach of the Year, that says a lot about the people that's behind you and pushing you, and you know you're growing within the building day in, day out.
Can you talk about the year that Irv and Travis have had,
Mm-hmm.
you know, this season, especially winning the 2 awards?
Yeah. Might be one of the best 1-2 punches in FCS football right now, not in the country. They really get after it. You know, Irv is one of our unquestioned leaders on this football team, you know, dealing with the injuries and stuff that he went through and the stuff away from football he's had to go through as a player. You know, you can't say enough about the way he's played football this season. And if you come watch him in practice, he's that every day. You know, the way he plays in games, he does that in practice. Travis Terrell, shoot, he's one of the better freshmen that I've ever had the opportunity to coach. And we knew that getting him out of high school, out of Atlanta, Georgia, at Creekside High School, played for a state championship there. So success has always followed him, you know, and he's going to be a great player here in the future for Jackson State.
Speaking of awards, also tomorrow's the Connerly announcement. Obviously, the voting's over and everything. But what would be your case for people to know about why you feel like he's the most valuable player in Mississippi?
Yeah, I mean, you talk about one of the awards is for the top player in the state of Mississippi. I put him up against anybody at any school. You know, hard-nosed football player that loves the game, and he's done it the right way. Not only just as a football player, you know, on and off the field. You know, he does it the right way each and every day. He's a student of the game. I think he has a great opportunity to play on the next level. So if he's not in the top 2, top 3 in the state of Mississippi, I don't know who is.
Coach, how much has it helped having been an assistant in those previous years of competing for a SWAC championship? But then also, that's the first part of the question. The second part is like being the play caller this year.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a difference maker has that been in terms of just overall seeing the success of the program?
Yeah, I mean, to be honest with you, I've been successful at Central when I was there, you know, winning a lot of, playing in a Celebration Bowl, winning 3 conference championships. So I've seen it done the right way, along when Coach Prime was here, having a lot of success there, you know, and had an opportunity to call plays all my career. So it's just, you know, getting back to be real hands-on. Last year, I thought I kind of set back a little too much as a head coach. You know, I wasn't aggressive as I needed to be, you know, with being more hands-on in the day-to-day operation. And that's something that I learned, you know, early on in my head coaching career. So this year I wanted to be a little more hands-on with this offense, understand what's going on defensively, putting these guys in the right places to be successful. So I'm still growing. You know, this is just year 2. That's what's kind of crazy about all this. This is year 2 for me as a head coach. So I'm going to continue to grow, continue to get better, and try to just keep up with the times.
With the game this week, too, man, I just lost a little bit. But with what you were just saying, how does, like, you said this team's built for December,
Mm-hmm.
I guess what I'm getting at. And so it's December now.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we didn't know a few days ago you'd be here, but where does the team's drive come from this whole time and even now to actually go out and win the thing? What have you seen from them about what's driving them in this colder weather to do what you set out to do?
They want to be champions. You know, we could have just settled with being East Division champs, but, you know, you still got football left out there. You got to be SWAC champs. And then the next thing is being national champions. So as long as there's football to be played, we want to be a part of that. You know, we don't want to be at home watching another team in our conference playing for a national title or playing for a SWAC title. You know, and that's what we built this thing on, and that's how we worked all summer for and towards those goals.
You got signing day this week. Anything relevant for?
We got a few surprises. We got a few surprises coming up. We're about done there. Great question.
I'm sure being in the SWAC championship helps out a little bit.
Oh, no doubt, no doubt. Anytime you're having success, it helps in the recruiting phase. So we're excited about it. I think that's a lot of people hadn't been asking us about that kind of stuff, what's going on with recruiting, but we're almost done with this class. What people don't really realize, this 2025 class. So there's some weapons coming in there that we're going to be excited to announce in a little while.
Obviously, I'm sure you're up for planning and getting these guys to sign?
It's a part of it. You know, that comes with the territory. You got to make time. That's why we burn the candles at both ends in this profession. You know, you got to continue to bring great players in here. And the thing about it, with the transfer portal, you know, you losing and you gaining at the same time. So it comes with the territory.
We'll look forward to seeing it.
Oh, yeah, no doubt.
Appreciate you, Coach.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Appreciate y'all. All right.
Oh, yeah, it's cold in here.
Freezer.
Once y'all get ready, start wrestling.
Coach, how excited are you for the team you built for December, as Coach Taylor's been calling it? And it's December, and you got the SWAC championship this week.
Man, very excited. You know, this is what we set out to be. This is where we set out to be, you know, back in the spring. So TC talked about it, man, from the weight room to the way we prepared all summer. The kids been here since May, and they deserve to have fun with it.
You know, you faced Southern before, but a different team, and you guys are a different team. What do you see from them when you cut on the film now?
Same team.
Is there any guys on their offense that really jump out at you that you guys have to make sure you contain on Saturday?
The running back doing a great job of creating explosive in the run game. And then number 19, Whitfield, had a couple explosive on the last game.
And,
Oh, go ahead, Mike.
I was going to say, Coach, earlier this morning there were some offensive players that won along with Coach Taylor, but some SWAC awards. How well does that offense, help out the defense side, during games?
Work hand in hand. Release a lot of pressure off of me, knowing I can be aggressive. If somebody get out of the gap or somebody mess it up, we'll still have another chance to win the ball game. Being on the flip side of it, when the offense struggling, kind of take the aggressiveness out of you defensively because you feel as I can't mess it up. If I give up 7 points, we might not get this back. So feel good, be behind an offense that's scoring points like that.
Coach, last time there was a bye week for this team, it seems like it came out, and that's where we really started talking about the defense, shifting gears and really building on what you had hoped that they would by the end of the year. Coming out of this week, where do you see this team's drive and competitiveness even taking the next step again for these playoff games?
Man, just another game for us. We're excited about the opponent that's coming in. Obvious, they're excited. You saw some of the posts that have been posted, but we're excited. I think the kids going to be ready for it. So I don't think they need a motivation speech.
No flag needing to be planted in the center of the field.
Nah.
What concerns you have about Southern?
Nah.
Nothing at all.
So got to go play football. We got a concern that we can't fix week 13, week 14. We're in trouble. We faced them before. They had a lot of passing yards. And, the motivation speak to the back end, just win our one-on-ones, After evaluating the film, a lot of guys in place, they just made plays. So excited to see it the second time around.
Coach, in the second half of the season, obviously defense has tightened up a lot, specifically in the second half. Each week, it seems like the continuity is obviously continuing to grow. What have you appreciated the most about seeing this group evolve the way that they have?
Just continue to grow, man. They have grown so much. The leadership in the room, he said Guthrie, Robert McDaniel, them guys, man, even yesterday, just in the film room, they always texting 10, 11 o'clock at night, Coach, you saw this play, number so-and-so, so-and-so. So just the growth of them guys just staying hungry. This late in the season, it's just hard to find guys that still hungry, still want to line up, play football. They've been doing it since May.
How important are some of those leaders like Asias and McDaniel and all them to this group?
Very. I told he said Guthrie yesterday, I don't know where I'd be without him. We put a lot on his plate as far as the thinking process. And he can handle it. Very smart young man.
Anything else? Appreciate it.